in these topics that we are talking about. All right. Hello, everyone. Boy, Ingrid and I were just getting all heated up, before while we were in the dressing room back here, preparing for our live today. So, welcome, everyone. So grateful to have all of you showing up this morning. And Ingrid, always love having our conversations. And we were just again getting all heated up in terms of we have to start talking about our pelvic floor. We have to, right? Yeah, because so many of
us. As always, great conversations.
I know I can get a little animated, but we were just talking about how we don't go there. We don't talk about this because maybe some of us think that it's too private, and we don't want to talk about what is maybe considered just our private parts that, maybe we're talking sex and, that's maybe taboo. And I don't want to talk about that publicly. But as you and I have been talking and preparing for this workshop, it is almost like we have to, everyone, start talking about our pelvic health. Because so many don't realize how it's impacting and showing up as pain. And we are talking about physical pain, maybe hip pain, back pain, that is a huge, part of having a pelvic floor that's out of balance, but emotional pain that comes with that. Right.
Yeah, we can't separate out the body parts. I think one thing that's been happening for years and years is to say, well, we've got the heart over here and the brain over here, and the pelvic floor, if we even talk about it, is way, way down there. And the bad thing about that is our system is integrated. It works together as a unit, and we can't separate these things out. And the pelvic floor is the foundation, which is one of the reasons we named the course as that, is building the foundation, is because it's the foundation of so many things in our body. It's the center of so many things in our body, and so many different symptoms, really can crop up due to pelvic floor and pelvic issues. And like you said, with pain, that could be hip pain, back pain, pelvic pain, abdominal pain, right? And it can even spread further through the body. So I think one of the things people have to realize is if they open up to these conversations, they might find they can solve a whole bunch more problems than they thought they can. It's these are very treatable conditions, right? Nobody has to live with them.
Exactly. And, and I was sharing a story of someone who is an elder woman who has really been struggling with incontinence. And, she is in 90s, early 90s, and just hearing, a conversation with a friend, and this is actually a friend's, situation, saying that she was told that there's nothing she could do about it, that it should have been, she should have addressed it when she was in her 60s and 70s. And I was just going, no, don't say that, because that is truly causing her more harm. So there's the emotional side that is truly going to have, as we talked yesterday, as we were working on preparing for this workshop that we're doing, is that is, what are the statistics that you shared? It was something quite profound that.
Oh, yeah.
In the elder.
It's up to 70% of those in, nursing homes or assisted living facilities have urinary and fecal incontinence. 70%. And this is of all age ranges. And you had a really important point. A lot of people feel like with exercise overall, but especially the pelvic floor, if you reach a certain age, you can't do anything. Well, I had patients well in their 90s, and I loved working with them. They did so well. They really, they stayed with their exercises. They were very, adamant about, doing everything correctly. And boy, did they do wonderfully. So when you hear people say, oh, you're too old, I just want to, scream, because you're never too old. You're never too old. And the beauty of the workshop that we're doing together also is, it addresses all ages, all genders. Everybody has the pelvic floor that can benefit at any age, right? Any age. So it really bothers me when I hear stories, that's what you said, we were fired up. It really bothers me when I hear stories like that, and I hear them all the time.
Yeah. And so, I think another topic that we were, talking, before we came on was just how we are conditioned, and we are in many ways. That's just part of, our existence, is that we have these conditions as we're taught. And one is that we don't talk about the things going on down there because it's a little taboo. As we said, when we first came on, is that, oh, it has to do with my sexual parts. This is far beyond just where your sexual parts are. This is so much a part of your entire system. This is the foundation of your house. This is the foundation of your being. And when your pelvic floor, to be just specific, is very out of balance, meaning it's just creating a lot of misalignments, it's not strong, it's not really giving you that solid foundation, and you have the cracks in your foundation, those cracks lead to so much pain, and also which then leads to a lot of other serious conditions. And, that's what we need to bring forward, is that it's not taboo. It's okay if you talk about where you pee from, where you poop from, because if we don't, you're actually causing more harm, not just even to yourself, but by not talking about it. Maybe we're passing it on to our children, and we're going, ooh. I remember my mother, and this is a generational thing too. My oldest sisters would share, I don't mind disclosing this, but because it's generational. I was the lucky one because my mom read the book about having a period. My sisters did not get the book about having a period because we didn't talk about it. And, we didn't talk about sex. We didn't talk about that area because, ooh, we don't go there. That stuff you just keep to yourself, and you just try to be pretty, and you try to cross your legs, and we have to stop this nonsense.
Exactly. Yeah. Change kind of the narrative, I think, to make this a much more comfortable topic to talk about, just like it would a heart condition, any other condition we have in our body. It needs at least the same attention, if not more, because it is hidden. We don't see it, which is, I think, another thing where people say down there, it's this hidden, especially for women, it's a hidden territory, right? So it's much more difficult to talk about something we don't see. And in the workshop, we'll do a lot about how does it look? What does it do? Why does that matter? What can you do about it, right? To go through these steps. And that doesn't matter whether it's incontinence or pelvic pain or pain with sex or you name it. Constipation is something people think, oh, that's just my gut. And, I need to take some laxatives, when that could be the worst thing you can do, just as an example. So we're going to dispel an awful lot of myths. You're going to see me include a lot of little stats like we just talked about, because I think they're eye-opening when we realize how severe the conditions are and how little attention is paid to them.
Yeah, exactly. And we're also going to dive into some fun with it, right? We're going to have some, discussions. I know I'm going to go through a lot of the spiritual and emotional health component, how that plays such a deep role in how you start to establish the relationship with your body. And the more intimate that each of us as an individual can get with our body and love our body and be okay with our body, that is when you're going to have that ability to address the strengthening component that's necessary in order to offset some of the conditions that might be showing up. I know I see it from the movement practice that I teach here daily. And it's such a huge critical part of the whole process of connecting the body. So we're going to have fun. We're going to do some dancing for those that desire to dance. Everything is optional, but we're really going to go through a lot at this day workshop. And if everybody listening, if you're not able to attend, it is in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. We would love to hear from you regardless. Like, would you like to see this workshop show up? This is something that this isn't just a one and done. We plan on doing a lot more of these workshops. So even if you're saying that you're not local here in Chapel Hill, it's February the 5th. It is an all day. That is a Monday. So it does require, a full day of coming, but we are going to have a blast talking about what's going on down there. We're going in detail. So don't let it scare you. But if you do want more information and you would like to have this workshop maybe come to you, we want to hear from you.
Right. We've had quite a few people say, because of whatever reason, I can't do it right now, but I would love it if you, revisited this later in the year and really want to attend. And, we have a nice variety of different types of professionals and lay people. And that's what we really want. That's part of the beauty of it, is to, share a lot between the different attendees as well. And we encourage, so there's going to be a lot of activity. There's going to be some serious stuff, as Lauren was saying, and then there's going to be some fun stuff, and there's going to be a lot of hands-on, so people can really learn and incorporate and use it going right back to their home, their practice, whatever it may be, whether you're a professional or you're not. That's why we wrote it's for, professional and personal. I think everybody can benefit on a different level, and that's going to be a lot of the fun of the course as well, and ending with some dance to just kind of, okay, we finished this whole day and let's do something a little bit fun.
Exactly. And, again, I am touching on those that are not able to make it today, but if you can make it, I highly recommend coming in person. In person is where you truly gain, number one, the most knowledge. As Ingrid said, it's going to be very hands-on. We're going to help everyone find, the balance in their body. And again, that is so important, and how, and being in person, how you can truly have someone helping you. But for those that are not able to make it, and you are interested in this topic, we can't emphasize enough, we would love to hear from you too. And would any of you like this virtual? I think the virtual space is really, obviously, after the pandemic, that a lot of people are wanting this information, but maybe it is a private topic that you would maybe be more comfortable in person. Virtual and not in person. We are trying to get this information out, and we encourage anyone to come in person. But again, let us know, how would you like to receive this information? Yeah. Would you like a shorter workshop? This is an all-day event. So, again, we are so excited to present this workshop that is in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, February 5th from 7:30 to 5:30. We are going to feed you. We are going to have breaks, and we are going to really work with each individual that shows up, to give them the most positive experience, so that when you walk away, you feel very confident and you feel very comfortable talking about all that's going on down there.
And bonuses are my book, your manual, and also that if you're a PT or you're a Pilates instructor, you get 8 credits for your license. So there's some extra wonderful bonuses for people for a day of lots of learning and lots of fun.
Yeah. Well, I am super excited, and I don't think I had to hop onto my phone today just because I was having I do have this. So here is the link. So for anyone that is interested in just, whether you can attend or not, we encourage you to go check out the website. And if you are able to attend, it's even worth traveling for. It's in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from yesterday, and truly we encourage. It's going to be a beautiful venue where we will explore, we will have fun, and we would just bring your questions, and we really would love to have the conversations with you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Team effort.
Team effort, exactly. Teamwork. Well, thanks, Ingrid, for popping in for us showing up. And thanks to all of you who I've seen coming in our room. And we're very excited to have all of the viewers that have been showing up this morning. And just let's keep talking about pelvic health, how we can get rid of the pain. It's never too late, ever. You can be in your 90s, as Ingrid said, and still offset some of the symptoms that may be showing up in your world. And maybe you don't know if it's related to your pelvic floor. We would love to hear from you, because both of us can probably attest that there's a strong chance that it has some pain that's showing up in your body may be it may have to do with your pelvic floor. So bring on your questions. This is fun, really casual today, and
Yep.
kind of being emphatic and driving the message home. So again, just reach out with any questions. Ingrid, always great to see you, and I will see you, I know, in the days ahead, definitely.
Yep.
All right, take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.